Deadpool hat confirmed.
Oh, man, let's get into this. Let's get started, right? We're going to have a good time today. I can feel it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
That's right. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is February 24th, 2026. And we're going to write a little bit of code today. How you doing there, chat room? I see we've already got a hype train going. We've got about a minute left on that. We're broadcasting live on Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We're right over here. If you're watching on LinkedIn, we're not going to see your messages right here, but you can drop a message on the YouTube channel on the Twitch, and we'll pick it up and show over here. I see a bunch of folks dropping entries on the map. Thank you so much for that. Always fun to play with the map, and I know folks like to share their locations here in chat, and of course we make that available at map.csharpfritz.com. You can click through there and you can see the map, see some of the other locations that folks have shared, yes, as accurately or as inaccurately as they would like. You don't have to tell us exactly where you are. You can just say an entire country like Yoni Torado did here. Hey, I'm watching from Portugal. Or make something up. Like, you know what? I know Chuck's not at Point Nemo. I know he's not. But it's so much fun, the places that he finds to kind of place his pin at. And you can see all of those over on map.csharpfritz.com. I'm going to get some music playing in the background here. And to get things going, because we're going to move fast today. We're going to move really fast. Because I'm going to try and work on 4 projects at once, live on stream and talk to chat and deal with whatever nonsense Charlie comes up with today, because I've been trying to debug and get to the bottom of some of these things, and I think I made a couple mistakes along the way. We'll see. I'm going to get the Stream Beats EDM playlist going here, and I'm going to start down here. This is called Gold Bars. This is music that's DMCA free. Listen to it wherever you'd like. It's publicly accessible at streambeats.com. There's all kinds of genres available. Rock, R&B, holiday music, synthwave. I'm listening to the EDM music here today. Gold Bars, there you go. Playlists are available on Amazon Music, Apple Music, and of course Spotify, like I'm listening to. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for this music we're listening to today. So, how you doing there, chat room? Yeah, look at the locations dropped in here. Big thanks for the hype train to get things started there. While I was still on the countdown screen, let me say hello to Sinclairnator. How are you doing, my friend? Great to see you. C Sharp Titan, how you doing? Good evening in Melbourne. Hope you're feeling much better this week. Patty Boy in Glasgow. Hello. Billy Cool is in the tree. And Charlie placed a pin in the middle of Peru for that. All right. Yeah, Sinclair Nader trying out the West Virginia pin there for us. Mythin, how's it going there? Bester, how you doing? welcome. Eddie Dre's in Charlotte. How's it going there? Annette, good morning to you. We've got a pin in Minnesota for GG Feds. Hello, hello. PC Nerd, greetings and salutations to you. Yoni Torrado's in Portugal. Chuck in Point Nemo. Yes. This is not a Deadpool hat. No. This is so... Mrs. C Sharp Fritz and I went on a date. I know. Can you believe it? A tech guy going on a date. And we went out to the local Red Robin, and there is a place called... Yeah, that's not it. We need to... It's not Deadpool themed. Right across the way from the local Red Robin, because we wanted burgers, darn it. There's a place called Rally House. Rally House is a sporting goods store here in the States, and they are literally wall to wall with some unique pro sports, college sports, swag, hats, shirts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, sweaters, you name it. They've got just about everything there. And I really like there are two teams in town that do a fantastic job with promoting their Philadelphia connection with the identity of their team subtly. And if you've been watching the stream for a long time, you know I love a Liberty Bell on the hat. I have a cream colored hat with gold stitching from the 76ers, our basketball team here in town. It's in the box on the other side. That is just gorgeous, but I can't wear it on stream because it blows out the white balance in the camera and the lighting. But the Phillies made this hat black with the red Liberty Bell. Love the way this looks. Oh, it's sharp. And they also made another powder blue. Powder blue? It's like a bright blue hat with the love statue, their interpretation on it. So it says, Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. Love those. Oh my gosh, looks fantastic. Oh, and on the side, it's got... see, I'm even getting problems with the green here. It's Philadelphia logo. So as somebody who loves representing my town, and wearing hats that represent my town when I'm out and about and here on stream, it's subtle and shows a little patriotism, I think, without being over the top in your face. So, how you doing there, homeless rogue in the Netherlands? Annette is in Maryland. Yeah, we got some pins on the map for all of our friends there. There we go. So if we can go over to the map, we can take a look over there. So take a look. Purple hats are our Twitch viewers. We've got some rainbow hats with the propeller. Those are our friends that are Twitch subscribers. Red hats for the folks that are watching on YouTube. And you see here we got, right there, it puts up a little polygon to show you kind of where the various locations are. And when you zoom in, you can see where our couple friends are. Wheeling is up in that part of West Virginia? I thought you were more down in here, closer to Morgantown, my friend. So Morgantown, of course, where University of West Virginia is, they won their ice hockey championship. They don't play in Division I, but they won their club ice hockey championship at West Virginia University. Very cool for them. Congratulations. Yeah, you are much closer to Pittsburgh. You kind of... When my daughter was going to West Virginia University, we made this joke that the state of West Virginia here kind of looks like you're giving the rest of the country the finger. And you're on the finger. Because West Virginia comes along down around here, and then it comes up, and there's this little sliver right next to Pennsylvania, between Pennsylvania and Ohio. And don't get me wrong, we need to keep Pennsylvania separate from Ohio. That's a thing. Morgantown is about 20 minutes longer than Pittsburgh for me. Yep. Same joke? Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's been telling that joke. So you can see down here, and of course, if I say hello over here, right, my icon that appears here on the map is going to be the Super C Sharp Fritz logo right there in Philadelphia. So you can check out the map, you can browse out there and have it up. And as folks share their locations, just as you saw happen for me, they'll start to pop up there on the map, and you can browse around and see some of the locations. That's just a fun widget that we have out there, so that as folks share their locations, you can kind of see where other folks are watching somewhere near you. No, we don't have 28 locations today. That's not right. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. But 53 this week. Over the last 7 days was our high. And Bandcamp. No, sorry, didn't pick up Bandcamp for you. No, did not get that one. How you doing there, Thindall? So Great Falls, Montana. How you doing there, Slateboard? Welcome. So over the last few days, I've been working with Squad, right? And we've been. It picked up your emote. No, we didn't. No. So have you, Sinclair Nader. It's been tremendous working with Squad. So Squad is a tool that helps you to organize a series of agents, AI agents, to work together to write code for you. They can help plan your projects. They can help test your projects. And that's I think, the really great thing here is dialing in not just unit testing, but acceptance testing for your projects. That goes a long way.
It can only be attributable to human error.
What can? Fine. So there's a lot that we can do with Squad to build our projects. And what I've found, and what I want to demonstrate and go through a little bit here today, is I can get really, really productive. I can get really, really, I can start moving very quickly on a series of projects at the same time, because I can delegate things to Squad. Because now, instead of me being a coder, now I'm the director of my own development company, and I can run 4 squads of AI developers at the same time. Barcelona, how you doing, McNets? Great to see you out there. Hope you're having a good afternoon. So when I can start running more AI squads now, full disclosure, I am an employee, so I have unlimited tokens, unlimited requests, so I can literally just bang through a ton of these, and quite frankly use more requests than any human has any right to deal with. It's been tremendous to go through. I'm going to show you some of the projects that we've been working on, some of the differences we're making in some of the new projects that are out there, and yeah, we're just gonna have fun going through this. You plan on making a blog post about your experience with Squad? Nice. Here's the best part, Sinclair Nader. Ask Squad to help you with the blog post. Like, give it some of your thoughts. Ask it to start writing it. Hire an editor. Put a reader on the team that has the personality you want. Dare I say, hire a security officer who has a penchant for loving baked beans on the team also, and get them to give you their opinions. And it is tremendous what you're able to do. Hey, Ionescu, good to see you. We got a pin out there for you. You've yet to hit 40% of your GitHub Copilot Pro subscription. Thindall, you have 4 days. Get them running now. Is there a C# Fritz MCP server? What would it do, Loviz? Yes, the map is now available online. Anybody can go to it, map.csharpfritz.com, and you can see this map. This is the map you'll get to online. You can see the live count over there, right? Malmo, Sweden. In 4 days, the month resets. So, Slateboard, that's a great question. So here's the thing. Let me bring that up. Right there. So here's the thing. Your GitHub Copilot requests They reset for everybody on the 1st of the month. And I think it's the 1st of the month at midnight UTC, I think is when they reset. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's exactly when they reset. Oh my goodness, we got, who's our viewer tuning in from Canada? Ramtena, hello. Yeah. So, you can take a look at how many requests you still have available in your quota out there. It's on GitHub. Let me open it here on another page because I need to make sure I don't show anything I shouldn't. And where is it? There is
yes. The position has shifted. Current latitude, 50.8 north. No. The trajectory was not disclosed to them.
It is...
Proceeding.
Is this it? Detailed analytics of your usage. This is it. Yeah. No. Where is it? It's like on the billing page. You keep saying billing. When you go through the docs, it's like, here's what your page looks like. Give me a link to it, man. There are things that I have access to that I need to be careful of how I show and whatnot. What? So, that wasn't my... That previous hat was not my hat. More of this? And it's different. Billing and... Is it billing and licensing? Usage?
Oh, hello at McNets. I was just thinking about Cake.
Cake?
Specifically how your debugging skills are about as real as Cake promises.
Okay. There it is. So if you click into your billing...
Perhaps I'm not expressing myself clearly.
Okay.
Allow me to rephrase. Your code will not work.
Oh.
Was that sufficiently direct?
Very direct. Thank you, Charlie. That's actions. They moved this. They moved all of this. That's why they didn't link it, because they moved it. There was a Copilot page that would show you on billing how much Copilot you had used, and I don't see it right now. I'm gonna have to dig in and look for it later. I'm hosting a stream here right now. So basically everybody's tokens reset Saturday. So dial them up and get ready to use tokens on Saturday. It's on top of Visual Studio as well. Yep. Biggest tip from Sinclairinator, make sure you build pipeline timeouts. Tell me more. Your Mac builds were stuck for 2 hours each. Well, that's a GitHub action thing. Yes. On your GitHub actions, make sure you have timeouts for things. Similarly, Sinclairinator, I ran into an issue where for the Minecraft project we're going to look at here, I had a Minecraft integration test that hung for 6 hours overnight. Oops. So... yeah, my GitHub Actions budget blew right out, so. Small thing for people who haven't tried, how much use you'll have with Copilot Pro. You buy and pay for a year, but you can unsubscribe from it at any point and you get all your money left back. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Is that the usage page? Well, I'm not signed in, so it's not going to show me that. Darn it. Copy that address. Back over here somewhere. I'm gonna paste this in here and get into trouble. Nope, that's not it. OBS now gives me those links and it goes to a local page. Yeah, so there's a a metered usage breakdown, but it doesn't show you. There used to be a line graph there that would show you here's how much you have left, and that's not what it's showing me when I go there. So, yeah, I could open VS Code. Let's start over here with the web forms components, and we'll be tinkering with these. Come on now. Yeah, see, mine looks weird because I've got the unlimited stuff as an employee. But down here, there's a little thing. Not you, this one. Seriously, my screen froze? All right, there we go. So if you mouse over this little jammy down here, this little guy, that looks like a little GitHub Octocat flying, it'll show you how much you've used all of these. I'm on the enterprise account, so everything's included. Premium request usage, is that it? Yeah, see, that doesn't go anywhere for me. For me. So, Copilot settings, and then there's a usage button in there. Yeah, see, oh, there it is. It's in the middle. It's in the middle of that page. Oh, hello, Robson Previato.
Robson Previato just resubscribed for 22 months. Good morning, Fritz.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for the resub. So, I'm on settings and down in features, and then right here is usage. And for all of you out there, this will have information about how many requests you have left. Over the next few days, use them, burn them. Yeah, 1,500. Yeah, you've got 1,100 to go. Go use them, Thindall. They are worth gold. Okay. How you doing, Robson? You ran through your premium request, went through your budget. I totally get it. There we go. We got Robson down there in Sao Paulo. Yes. So, all right. So let me head back over. I want to show you this one. So we started working with Squad the other day, right? And it has been amazing to use. I'm not going to wear these, that pair. Let me find a different pair to put on. So it's Squad has just been tremendous to use. No, let's not use that one. I wore these ones the other day. I'm finding a good pair of gunners to wear. Is this the ones? I don't want to wear those. Boop, dropped them. I think these are the ones I'm looking for. I put them all back in their bag and then I can't see what they are, and it's like, oh. Yeah, these are my pinnacles, right? Yeah, these are my gunner pinnacles. Nice and big. So the days of programming an app from scratch and developing manually are over, asks Gamma. I think we're getting there. Yeah. What is that? Classes on map? Glasses on map. I don't know. You're building a Vibelog project as a testing round for giggles now. Okay. Squad isn't an official Microsoft thing. You find it interesting, says Billy. So Squad started very much as a offshoot of another project that we were working on. And we got into this mindset of there's a lot that we want our agents to do to be able to help us. So we started, Brady particularly started saying, well, how can we get these things to work together? And it became a Skunkworks project that we kind of grew. And as it grew, more folks got interested and started collaborating and contributing. And slowly the bosses started paying attention. And it's been slowly making its way up from down at the bottom of the employee pyramid where Brady and I are at the bottom. Like, yeah. There's like 9 layers in the hierarchy between us, and at the top is Satya, the CEO, right? There's like 9 layers. And as of last week, we had made it up like 2 layers. Like, our boss had seen it, their boss had seen it. And over the weekend, it skipped up 2 more layers. I don't know what that means yet. We don't know what that means yet. We're having fun using this.
Why don't you go outside and play? It's a beautiful day.
I'm sorry, Mom. Finally, we got the mom quote working properly. That's not my mother's voice, but it's been slowly moving up the hierarchy, and everybody that's seen it has been impressed and really likes it. We'll see. We will see. Only 9 that I'm not on the bottom? No. In our division, yeah, we're at the bottom. That's a thing. So, any news for Visor? No. And we're not happy about that at all. So devs now will have to understand these tools then? Well, that's just it. There's nothing to understand. It's just the way it is. Like, there's nothing to learn about them. It's all just talking to the AI. So Squad, let me go back there and I'll share the link to this. Not only did we cross 200, we went over 322 stars coming into today's stream. Huge thanks to everybody out there that starred the repository. There's lots more going on with this, because now Squad has an SDK, and we're building towards a command line tool so that you can just use Squad at the command line directly. Squad, and it goes off and running. Those things are kind of in flight and coming. We've got some other projects that we've been building, working on, leading up to, and working with this, including a user interface that you can use with Squad. This is open source. Anybody can get to this. It works with Visual Studio Code. So let me drop down. I think I have... Yeah. So this is a VS Code project, right? That will build a user interface for you to be able to manage what's going on inside your squad. So, no, I'm in the right one. And we're going to open and do an F5 so that it compiles and runs and gives me a fresh copy of this. Getting this drawn right, you better believe it. You better believe it. Oh, I don't have a project open. in this test one. Let's go to Aspire Minecraft. And bring this right over here. So, here's the squad UI right over here. It's got this icon. And as this opens, I'll zoom in just a smidge so you can see this. Here's the personalities that work on the team. And I can click in and see a little bit of their charter, the definition of what makes each one of those agents tick right here. So I can edit this and enhance and give more definition as to what each one of these agents does, right? Nebula's my tester. They handle writing tests, finding bugs, edge case analysis, quality assurance. They don't handle feature implementation. They don't handle architecture or Minecraft interactions. I have Wong out here that does my GitHub operations to work on GitHub Actions, the CI/CD pipelines, so on and so forth. So I've got all of those, and I've still got skills. So, like, I have a skill out here for Minecraft block facing. When placing wall-mounted blocks in Minecraft, the facing property determines both the visual direction and which adjacent block provides structural support. And you can see it's got definitions as to what it can do so that it knows, hey, when I'm working with Minecraft and I need to do place some wall-mounted blocks, I can do that correctly. Hey, Rolf, you've been playing with Squad and you just started. Thank you. Thank you. CLI is interesting. Reason being, you're a heavy Claude Code CLI user, so a coding AI agnostic Squad version? No. It's not AI. It wouldn't be agnostic as far as which tool it uses. It's Copilot. Gastown is out there, and it's very Claude Code, and Gastown does what it says. Gastown burns through your tokens like that. Literally. Squad has features built into it to manage your requests so that you can continue using it. So, I'm really liking that CLI is a first-class citizen. Created a couple of terminal apps, says Surly Dev. And you love it. It's like the mid-90s again. Yes. Lancashire, how you doing there? You have a 128 user team. That's a big team. That's a big team. Would any of this be relevant to a beginner? Asks Slateboard. Yes, it would, because as a beginner, whatever you dream up, you can build now. So, like this project. This project started as this is Aspire Minecraft. This project started as I want to be able to take all of the resources that make up this project and visualize them in Minecraft. And it built it. But as a beginner, as a intermediate, as an expert, I don't know a thing about programming Minecraft. I don't care. I don't. Because now I can just launch and run Minecraft and interact with this. I can use the squad and tell it to go and build things. Where you're going to come up short as a beginner is knowing the edge case scenarios to tell the squad to look out for testing, for integration testing, for acceptance testing, for security checks, those edge scenarios that the wiser of us that have been around the block a little bit have seen and experienced and can recommend and curb the squads appropriately. That's where our expertise shines. As a beginner, you can see it build and work with and deliver these features for you, and that's okay. That's just fine. You might slow down a little bit compared to some folks like me that have been around the block and have done some of this work. That's okay, right? I'm going to start this up. .NET run. And as a beginner, you can get somewhere now. When you start getting into sophisticated scenarios, and you won't know you're getting into sophisticated scenarios, you can ask squad for help. You can recruit folks onto the squad that have that insight, can do that reflection, and help you. It's really, really cool stuff. So, yes, it does help you out. So, have I explored in any way AI functionalities exist within the new Microsoft sequel? Nope, haven't done any of that. What kind of resource usage can I expect this to get if I Copilot on GitHub? A lot. It's going to use a lot. I'm not going to lie. It's going to use a lot. Let's start Copilot over here for this one. And we'll start to take a look at this. I'm going to put it into autopilot mode. Think of that as YOLO mode. /YOLO. You can run at the command line. And it's you only live once. Just approve everything. I'm also going to activate the squad agent down here. And we'll take a look and do some interactions with this in a minute, and you'll see. Put this into multiplayer Minecraft mode. Let's connect. Join my local server because it's running a server for me. It was supposed to run a server for me. Where is it? Where's my Minecraft server? Yeah, it's down here, Minecraft server. It's not done launching yet. All right, we gotta wait for that. So, yeah, thanks for the question. Which Minecraft front ends replace web front ends in 2026? None yet, Ramtena. You've been loving Squad? Yeah, I really enjoyed Digital Drummer J. Yes. Still trying to mix it with Spec Kit list. So you can absolutely use Spec Kit, but I've gotten to a point where it's like, why? Like, the squad can write the spec and then allocate and instruct it to go work on all the things. Allocate and build out milestones on things. So here's my Aspire dashboard. There's all the things that are running inside my system. I've got a worker process, a web process, a gateway, a Python API, some blobs, key vault, so on and so forth. They're all represented by buildings. I think it's still building the buildings. And it's... Yep, there's my horses. There's my horses. You see my horses down there? Those are the Fritz horses. We've got little beacons for each one of the buildings. These are 4 .NET projects right here with the purple stripes. The blue buildings, those are Azure resources that are allocated in Aspire. The cylindrical towers back there, those are databases. Because databases are cylinders on graphs, on flow diagrams. So we've got those. And these little cottages back here, these are our projects built in other languages. So yellow stripe over there is JavaScript. Yellow and blue is Python, because of course yellow and blue is Python. That's their logo. The orange over here, that's Java. Now, the piece that I was working on here that we're going to get back into and tune and tweak on here. See this canal over here? See that canal? First off, did a nice job, right? This is all generated for us. There's nothing in my code that says, lay out the town like this. No, it generated this town. It also generated this canal that goes along the back here. I want this canal to come all the way along the back and dump into a lake. This kiddie pool here, wading pool. I want it to be a lake back here, a giant lake. And when there are errors thrown by our projects, I want it to spawn a boat. Literally, a boat comes out the back of the building with a creeper on it, an enemy, and it will travel down the canal into the lake at the end, so that we end up with this lake full of creepers, of bad guys, of baddies. When there's bugs, when there's a problem, when there's errors. So that's the piece that we're going to work on just a little bit here today. No, don't fall! Oh. So Let's and it does properly. The canals are supposed to go along the back of the buildings. I want the canals to go up the side and down the street, as it were, to each of the buildings. So let's give it a quick instruction on that, and we'll get back into talking about some more of this as the squad runs. So here's the Aspire Minecraft project, and I'm just going to dictate because I can't. We need to work on our canal layout for the town. There should be a canal that goes next to every building, kind of along the back of the building, and a single canal that goes up the side of the town that all of those canals that come up behind the buildings dump into. Additionally, when the canal at the end of town dumps into the lake, it actually needs to connect to the lake, and the lake needs to be gigantic. I want it to be as big and as wide as the town for all of our creeper bad guy boats to end up landing in. All right, there we go. We've got a prompt, and we're going to let that run, and the squad's going to analyze that, figure out the bug report, and allocate and assign to the team to go work on this. So it's going to check if the team exists, and it's going to go and start working on this. So, hey, Joystick Nick. Now I got to rebuild squad in Minecraft with redstone to prove how good I really am. That's not a bad idea. Not with redstone, but like to have a Minecraft squad in Minecraft. That's a cool idea. Not gonna lie, that's a cool idea. Sinclair Nader says he only uses YOLO mode in squad. Right? Right. Ooh. Ping the net. Did that do anything? Did that do anything? What was that? Like, that's a thing. That's a thing? What is that? Now you can do this? Dude. Really? When Azure goes down, the buildings catch on fire? Actually, low vis. Let me jump back in there. I show you. So there's that. Let me jump back over to where'd it go? It's over here. If one of the resources goes down, now this is only running locally, but the idea is we could do this. I'm going to actually stop the worker process down here. We could hook this up to Azure, but so I shut down one of the worker processes in the purple buildings down there. Right? Come on. I stopped you. It's supposed to start raining, darn it. Yeah, that stopped. What are you doing? Why do you think it's still healthy? It's supposed to stop. So let's give it another bug report. I think there's a problem with the active application detection, when I stopped the API service in the Grand Village sample, it did not trigger the rain and other service offline artifacts. So we'll let it go fix it. But look here, it's delegated Rocket, because I have Avengers working on this project, is reworking the canal system. And my bug report is pending, and it will pick that up and start looking at it. So, right, the bug should... that's what we want to be able to see. Giant Enderman spawns when a shark bites the transatlantic cable. What is that line that goes to the ceiling? I had to build beacons next to them so that when you're far away, you can see all the beacons for the buildings. Like, maybe we should turn them off. I'd be okay with turning them off. Yeah. So that's that, and I'm going to let that continue building. It's right over here. All right, so that's going to town. I can run more projects at the same time. How you doing? Ellie Face and Joystick Nick are friends from Cooking with Heat. Last night made a spaghetti squash that looked to die for. The glitches, you think Charlie's killed? Yes, I'm a deep fake. I am the life model decoy of C# Fritz. You might have heard of me before. The squash did look amazing. Robert Tables, how are you? I got to work on what's going on here with the Charlie. So, and I did all kinds of stuff to update the map, and you can see the public map here. That count isn't quite right.
I swing bats, not syntax, but I still hit harder than your compiler.
Dude! Ouch! So the map is filling out. So I'm getting to a point with the public map that I think this might be something fun to let other streamers use, and to take the map widget and pull it out as a feature that folks can add to their streams. So I think we're nearing that point. So is it Montes? Thank you for joining us. My goodness, we got a bunch of folks tuned in here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Yeah, look at that. My goodness. Thank you so much for jumping in. The brown butter. Oh, brown butter. Yeah. And gluten-free. Yes. With the Negan quote. Thank you, Nepal. Scherer in Las Vegas. Yeah. I got to get the tour working here also. I've got to bring that over, and I'm not going to work on Charlie today because I think there's some other more interesting things to do. Poland. Yeah. There we go. CD would love that on the MSFS official Friday fly-in stream. I don't know who CD is. So, how you doing, Rufusan? Hello, welcome. I appreciate you tuning in. And did we get Indianapolis? We got Indianapolis plotted right there for Robert Tables. Hello, hello. You want to say, for the first time in your career with AI, I feel like I can side project without burning yourself. Yes, and that's what we're going to do a little bit of right now. So, here. It's working on the Discover Resources feature for the Minecraft server. Hey, FP, yes, are you in London? I don't know. Are you? Nope, you're not in London. You like to hear I'm talking about programming stuff while doing the job? Hey, that's great. And when you chime in, you drop some messages here, happy to talk with you as well. So, okay. I don't know what's going on. So, Squad UI, I started showing you a little bit of and what it can do. Yeah, here we go. So this is Visual Studio Code for the Minecraft project, and I have a squad working on it. You can see the team over here, their skills. but it gets better. I can open a dashboard and see exactly what they're working on. There's one open issue that they're working on. I don't have them logged out there. I've just been reporting things and not creating issues, so my burn down chart isn't completing properly, but I've got a burn down chart built into that. I've also got a stand-up report. I just added this yesterday. This is where the rubber meets the road for squad. Yeah, give me daily the last 24 hours. Check this out. It gives me my burn down. Now, I'm not using the burn down properly because I've been just throwing things at it for it to do. But I would get, here I am burning down to finishing that sprint. It generates an executive summary for me with links to the issues that were being worked on. And suggested next steps. So let's go to another project that I have been working on. And I'm just going to give away the ghost on this. I'm working on building a squad integration for Office 365. Because I've heard people out there say, Copilot with Office, with my Office apps is a pain in the neck, and I really don't like the way it works. I'm bringing you the squad. So here's the squad for working on Office 365. We're going to load this up. I decided to build this squad using Overwatch DPS characters because it's Overwatch. Like, yes. So 6 members on the team: Tracer, Reaper, Widowmaker. Yes, I can see you. Genji, I've got my Ralph work monitor, and of course the scribe. I don't have milestone data because I'm not logging issues on this. But when you look at the stand-up, it should show you what it's been working on. And no new issues, no concerns or blockers. The team has approved implementation plan for a Word add-in. That's right. I don't know how to build a Word add-in, but the squad does. So the squad's building it. And there's an implementation plan that Tracer wrote. Tracer! Oh, it's not clicking through to it. It's right there. All right, so I need to fix that link. And here's the decisions and plan that Tracer put together for how to get started with this. When you start using issues and creating milestones, this fills out. Okay. Especially when you're working with GitHub. I'm not working with GitHub on this one. So these things don't appear. I need to work on that. But you can see, and I was also working on this on another machine, so these things aren't logging here, but here's all the decisions that it made and what it was working on. There's more to do here. Squad UI is an open source project that's showing you all of this. We need to dial in a little bit better here what's going on. I can also add members to the team very easily, right? I can remove members from the team. I can change their charter, right? I can do all those things. I can add skills to the team. Go search for skills on Skills SH or on Awesome Copilot and bring those in. This is all available. This is live. You can install this from the extension marketplace. It's right there. So you can get this, install it, and give it a try and see. Oh, it'll also help you initialize and build your squad. So I will drop the link for that if you're interested in checking that out, and you can see the repository from that marketplace link. So Squad UI, there's more for us to do on this. Lots more for us to do on this. So We're going to iterate on that. And Squad 365 is a Windows app. WinForms app. We'll do more with that soon. That will build and work with Office docs for you. That's right. Hey Famda, how you doing there in Portugal? You're able to break Squad UI with your cursedness in the view. I'm not surprised. Give me an issue. Log an issue on that. In the Visual Studio extension, I've got links to the different recommended prompts. So, you'd like a calculator squad? No. There's more of that nonsense again. WWE squad? Totally. You can give it whatever names you'd like. So here, right, I have this using, once again, Overwatch DPS characters. It's the same ones. And I could say things like, I need to make this zoomable here, but I'm early. This is proof of concept. Yes. Create an Excel spreadsheet showing my Twitch viewership for the last month. Using data from Social Blade IO for my Twitch channel and let's give it C# Fritz. Give it the full URL. Make it a little bit easier. Yeah, let's just start with that. And it allocates, routes it to the squad, and starts doing the work. So, looks great if you had a squad. It will help you make a squad. If you don't have one, it will create a squad for you. Charlie's getting out of control. Totally. Freudian slip a little bit. Routing to Widowmaker. All right. Or data analyst. And these, the idle and active states, it doesn't do a good job with. Social Blade blocks direct HTTP requests, so I'm going to use Playwright. And I'm going to go find it. Because I can. Go do it. And we'll have a spreadsheet here in just a little bit. While that's working. Let's go peek over here. This is... What are you doing? Oh, that's the log from the app. Over here, how we doing in our Minecraft work? Found it. There's a classic C# bug in poll health async. Line 91 modifies resources dictionary during for each, which throws invalid operation exception, and it gets swallowed by the main loop. Ah. So it adds an update and then does a for each. So did I run that? Where are we here? Not that one. We're going to go back into that one a little bit. I think I shut it down because I opened another... Yeah. Nope. This one. And we're going to squeeze that down like this. Head back over to Aspire, Minecraft, samples, and it's the Grand Village sample. And I need the app host. .NET run that, John, and here we go. Is there a way to have an insider's install option from Marketplace? No, you end up creating a preview version that has a similar name. Yeah, I made a mistake. It happens. Can you believe it? Me make a mistake? Who knew? Evidently, I made some mistakes because I'm letting Charlie glitch all over the place. Yeah. And Ellieface found it, too. And now she's just out there glitching whenever she feels like. All right, so we got to wait for the Minecraft server to start. It's right over here. So, and we'll see that in just a second. I do have to stop at noon. Yeah, you can do stuff with that. Didn't you see? You hit the ping the net thing and everything went wonky here. Like, that's a thing. So let's see, is it up and running? No, not yet. And of course you can add things. You can add things to the map. What's that? Really? Now you get to glitch me. Thanks, chat. Way to go, Ellie Face. The moderators and the trolls are strong with this one. Vaughan, Ontario, look at that. Yeah. How you doing, Anani? 1221. Welcome. Charlie seems to be on a transatlantic flight, or maybe it's an intercontinental. I don't know. I don't know what that is. And the count isn't quite lining up, but yeah, I don't. Something in the middle of the ocean? I don't know. So it didn't. Oh, and it didn't put Kyoto there. Nook? Where's Nook? In Nunavut. How you doing, Marcus? Just surviving? That's okay. Look, there's a lot going on. Happy to have you here. Let's just hang out and have a good time, talking, writing some code, and yeah, just have a blast, right? All right, let's see if this is running. Yeah, right. So, oh, there's Fritz's horses. There they are. Hello, Toby and Dancer. Dancer's about to go into the dentist this week. This week? No. 2 weeks. 2 weeks out, Dancer's going to the dentist. And let me tell you, horse dentist is expensive. All right, so there's... Let's see if it fixed... I'm going to stop the API. So there was the question, gosh, wouldn't it be great if like things caught on fire if it wasn't working? So I'm going to stop the worker process down there. Back to game. And we should see... Yep, there's the Archon latency. Go ahead. Right? And and my canals along the back of the buildings, they're properly there, but they're not. It still didn't stop the API. Like, I'm gonna stop the website too. Just stop everything. Like, 2 of these purple buildings should have, their lights should go off and all that stuff, and it's still not detecting properly. But the canals are properly going along. Ooh, oh no! There, it's finally detected. The web service is down. So, service goes down, the beacon turns red, and it starts raining. And if we restart those... Survived a crash. I earned an achievement. And it all goes nice and sunny. So, there you go. But it's still not detecting the API crash properly. Am I in the right? Yeah, okay. We're still not detecting that the API service went offline properly, period. We did detect if the web service went offline properly from the Grand Village sample, period. Additionally, I can see that we have canals that go along the back of all of the buildings, period. The beacons for each building are over top of the canals, comma, and they shouldn't be there. Period. I want the beacons next to the buildings on the right side of the buildings. Period. The canals that go along the back of the buildings should all connect on the westernmost side of town and flow to the lake at the back of town. All right, let's see how that does. And there's my prompt for that. You had a live stream suggesting to you on YouTube this morning that it was some sort of dental surgery. Oh, no, don't do that. Now let's get the hat better here. How you doing, Yanescu? How well does Squad do if you let it loose on an existing project? It does amazing. It didn't, Kanawanagasaki.
Philadelphia Phillies Liberty Bell hat confirmed.
There you go. That's the right hat that this is. So Squad UI, and then let me see the Office 365 deal over here. Here we go. Created C# Fritz Twitch stats XLSX with data scraped from Social Blade. Spreadsheet has 3 sheets. Channel overview, daily metrics, summary statistics. Hey, hello.
Codebase Alpha just resubscribed for 20 months. TORCHWOOD.
You can spell Torchwood. How you doing there, Codebase Alpha? Good to see you. Yeah, don't dental surgery is not something I'd want to watch on YouTube. Thank you so much for the resub, bringing that Prime to us. 20 months. Thank you. So this file is on disk somewhere. I don't know exactly where it wrote it. Oh, there. Document saved into a documents folder somewhere. Let me go see. Maybe it did. Maybe if it's here. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. Let's open that John up. What do we got? That's not right. It said it created sheets. That's not right. It created an Excel sheet. It didn't put the right data in the Excel sheet. So there's an AI thing there that we need to tweak. All right. Let's see. So let's go back in here. I'm going to stop this. So let's start giving Squad 365 some more instructions. I'm also going to split my terminal. Alt-Shift- splits the terminal for you in Windows Terminal. I'm going to jump back over to Squad 365 here. And let's open the Copilot. Yeah. Up here. So we'll work up top and we'll have Squad 365 will run test instances down here. Next. Jump over to Autopilot, turn that on. Let's launch the agent. There we go. There's a couple of issues that I'm seeing with how the Squad 365 Windows Forms app is generating and responding to messages. Period. When we use the app to instruct it to create a file for us, it should prompt us for a folder and a file name that it's going to write that file into, and then actually have the squad write the file into that location instead of some default location in my documents folder. Period. Additionally, when we ask the squad to generate an Excel sheet, we need to tweak the system prompt that it uses, or the skill that it uses, to build that Excel sheet so that when it decides to collect data, just that data is placed in the Excel sheet and not text and instructions from the prompt. Brady Gaster is here. How you doing, my friend? Hello, hello. Lundo Spark. Yes. Squad 365. Right? Oh, that's the map. Squad 365. Close that one. Is a tool. Copy that because I can get there a little bit easier. Is a tool that I started building with Windows Forms. It's in a private repository for now. But it lets you build Office documents, and I'm building a series of add-ins for this so that you can pitch work for your team to work on and deliver. I'm using WinForms right now because it's really easy to build and work with. Eventually, I'll probably do it with Maui so that we can run it on Windows and Mac. Maybe we'll talk to our buddy Sam and we'll be able to rebuild this so it runs with Uno. So you even had it copy my code. Nice. The output was atrocious. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. So we're growing and doing more with this. It is growing. It is getting somewhere interesting, and I'm excited with what this is turning into. So somebody was commenting earlier that Squad is letting you work on your side projects. Yes, because while I'm working on Squad 365 so I can impress people at work, it's also over here building my Aspire Minecraft integration and updating and working on the canals.
Sir, the possibility of successfully navigating this code base is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Charlie, you must know that I've been vibe coding this with Squad, and that's why you gave me those odds, right? That's the thing there, right? So Rocket's going to town working on these. Fantastic.
I'm going to have to science the heck out of this problem, Fritz.
We are.
Unlike you, I actually understand what science means.
Wait!
Cake will follow.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with cake. Can we make sure it's gluten-free, though? You're building a pretty cool phishing solution using Orleans and OpenSpec. Really? Napalm, tell us more. If it's an open source thing that you can share. Like, I'd love to hear more about that. Our friend Brady is looking for what we're calling Squad stories. So for all of you out there, let me go over. Let's talk about this. Hi, I'm over on camera 1 over here. Actually, I'm lying. It's the same camera, just a different scene. We're looking to get stories of how folks are using Squad with GitHub Copilot to do different interesting things. You see me using it to build a user interface to support Squad, building an Office 365 solution, building a Aspire Minecraft integration that eventually we're going to update so it works with all of Azure. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Squad UI and the Aspire Minecraft solution, those are open source. But we want to hear from you. If you've got a story about Squad and how you're using Squad, post it on your LinkedIn, hashtag Squad at the end. We want to hear about your stories. We want to learn more about how Squad is helping you do more. And we want to grow this Squad cult that we're developing here of folks that are having a really good time of using Squad, right? It's smaller. It helps automate your things. You don't have to go and install a bunch of nonsense to get it running. It works the way you do, and it's easy to talk to and get things running. Totally. Hashtag not a call. Not a call. Bald Bearded Builder is here. Hello. Squad's the reason you've actually got a couple of personal projects across the line. Lundo Spark, weren't you working on a Disney Lorcana project? I'd love to hear more about that, if you let Squad on that. Bald Bearded Builder set up a private repo, pointed Copilot CLI directories, houses the Squad files, named the team after G.I. Joe team members. awesome. Hawk, Scarlet, Snake Eyes. Yeah, you can set up your squad with whatever pop culture group you want. I created a squad on Copilot that John named after Cheers characters from the sitcom Cheers. Would you believe that Norm is my content editor? Anyways, now you can push-pull from that repo on different machines and all your context follows. Yes! Yes! It's a friggin' cult. Durable state machines. Okay. The troll himself is here. Nah. Are there training videos on where for squad? Check out my YouTube. I've got a couple videos showing you how to get started. My friend Carl Franklin and I, on our Code It with AI podcast, we went through and did a little bit together on that. And I know Brady's talking a lot this week on podcasts and streams about getting started with Squad. Squad is very much an experimental thing that he and I and a couple other folks in the division are working on together. We are extremely productive. Like, the stuff that we get done between 5 p.m. and 7 a.m. the next morning, because we set up the squad to work on a bunch of stuff and tell the Ralph loop, go. Man, there's some cool stuff that we've been building. See if you can build better decks. Okay. That's one of the goals of Squad 365. So we're going to do a lot more with that. Like verifying agent changes. So this, I've also added a Windows Forms test harness to Squad 365. We'll see that in a bit. There's a show coming out with Bruno tomorrow. Yes. Yes. How you doing there, CBL89? Welcome. So I'm going to let those two run. I'm going to go over to our Blazor web forms components, because this is where I think the rubber really meets the road on doing something productive that folks actually need to use. Let's open up this one, because wait till you see what we got here. It's gone nuts on this one. Put it into autopilot YOLO mode, right? Yep, you can do anything you want here. There we go. All right. Give me a status report on the current state of this project, period. I want to know what we just completed and what steps you think are next in the evolution of this project, period. Additionally, I want to know the current state of this branch and if we can merge it into the remote upstream repository, period. Yeah, there we go. Are there any local agents that would run okay off of a 4070 with only 12 gigabytes? So right now, you can't run custom agents with Copilot CLI. You're going to have to do that with Olama or Local Foundry, Microsoft Foundry Local, Microsoft Local Foundry, Local Foundry, Foundry Local. They move nouns around in the names of products faster than I can learn them. Look it up. Microsoft Local Foundry, Microsoft Foundry Local. You can do that. There are tools and command line tools that will wire up to Olama and the Microsoft Local Foundry that you can use. And you'll be able to work with those. Squad doesn't know how to work with either of those. It only knows how to work with Copilot. And really, the Copilot CLI, with its access to the large language models, is what you want, because it's able to run through so many things quickly. You've seen some of the folks here in chat that have said, like Thindall has a Copilot Pro Plus subscription. Thank you for the follow. 1,500 requests on the month, still has 1,100 to go, and that resets in 4 days. Resets over the weekend. Go let Squad go to town working on a project for you. You can bring your own key in Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code doesn't work well with multiple agents yet. You can do it, but it's not a great experience. It's getting there. But Squad isn't great with that yet. So, 1,206 tests passing. Look at this for the Blazor web forms components. It's just getting all the information about what's going in here and compiling my status report. Good. Go do that. Back over here on the 365. It's still working on a plan. Did it finish something? Why are you showing me a diff? I don't want you to show me a diff. I want you to solve it. So committed the changes. Added output path resolver. Wire save file dialog in main form. Nice. Update save prompts. How does the file dialog on the main form work with a prompt that I deliver to the squad? Question mark. Give me some details about how that all works together. Yeah, tell me how that works. 25 streams for Mythin. Woo! Thank you so much, Mythin. Yeah, the map is running and it's out in the public, so if you do want to share your location, you don't have to. If you do share your location as accurately or as inaccurately as you'd like, it'll show up on the map out there for everybody to see, and you can see some of the other locations that folks have shared on the map out there. I don't know what that is. So you can zoom in and out as much as you'd like, and you can see 19 people up here in North America, 2 in South America, 11 in Europe. We've got our friend down there in Melbourne because it's the middle of the night in Australia. So very cool. Let's bounce back over here. Let's see how we're doing. So there we go. Here's how it works. You type a pitch in the text box. Create an Excel spreadsheet. Click pitch to squad. The pitch button calls execute with squad async, iterates the streaming responses. Copilot SDK streams back content. After streaming completes, Copilot service try create document async runs. It checks your pitch for document keywords via detect document type. It determines the file extension, builds a suggested file name. It calls output path resolver. No, I'd like it to do the detection up front. No, comma. If my prompt requests the creation of a file, I would like to specify the file location up front so that that file location is included in my prompt as part of the pitch to the squad. Go. Now we're injecting user interface interactions with your prompt. Think about that for a second. Hey, create an Excel spreadsheet that contains this information. Oh, you want me to create an Excel spreadsheet? Here's a confirm dialog, a file open dialog, so that you can specify where to save that file. Yeah. Remaining requests, 6.96 repeating percent. Oh, that's... Somebody needs to learn how to use their math.round function there, huh, Sharer? Thank you so much. Look at that. Sharer is #1 in clips this month. Ravnos, Guten Morgen from Miami, Florida. We got you on the map. We got you on the map right over there. You can open the map, map.csharpfritz.com. You see the link right above you there in chat. Right down there. Bounce out of here. So that's going to go create that. Let's go back over to our Minecraft project. How are we doing? Health detection added full diagnostic logging across the health pipeline. Every resource, every cycle, URL, status code, and exception type. Okay. Fire up the Grand Village and the debug logs will immediately show what's happening with the API. All right. Beacons move from behind buildings over the canals to the right east side of the building. Clean separation. Good. Trunk canal flip from east to west side of town. Per building canals still run behind each building, but now flow westward toward the trunk, which runs down to the lake in the back of town. I gotta see this, my friend. Yeah, we're gonna restart, and we're gonna see our Minecraft service rebuild here. Charlie understands German? 9. Ich denke das nicht. Hello, smirking squiggly in the Netherlands. Our orange-clad Olympian friends. There we go. We're really going to put them right on top? All right, fine. So, there you go. Yeah. All right, so that's starting, so we can hopefully see the Minecraft server start. There it goes. Let's go back over while that's starting so we can check that out. That's changing how that runs. Back over our web forms components. Here's our status. Let's take a look here. So, right, we're building components. That's a work thing. Meanwhile, I'm building a Minecraft server. Meanwhile, I'm building squad features. Gold never gets old. You're not lying. 28 commits ahead of our dev branch. All 1,200 tests passing. That's what I'm talking about.
Confirmed. The marker has moved. 50.2 north. Yes. The heading remains constant. No deviation. Understood.
Milestone 6 was merged upstream as PR 342. 54 work items closing 345 audit gaps. So I had it audit and verify everything. Milestone 7. Grid view is missing some properties, some subcomponents, selection support, tree view node styles, some P2 nice to have features with 41 new B unit tests, right? Unit tests for Blazor built. Bald Bearded Builder is going to drop in on Philadelphia. So we've got 2 friends in Philadelphia. Look at this. You aren't actually in town, are you? Because if you are in town, I'm going to have to take you out for a cheesesteak. And I'm going to have to take you to someplace good. Like D'Alessandro's. So let's go back over here. So P2, nice to have features. Full documentation and sample page updates. So editor controls. Hey! Whoa, with the resub!
Bald Bearded Builder just resubscribed for 56 months.
56 months. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. Corey Hurricane Weather's here. As close to my location. Oh, yeah, I did. We got a little bit of work to do on editor controls. Permanently deferred on our substitution in XML. So it's suggesting I merge this milestone. The branch is ready. The chart component.
Toasted Snake It.
Toasted Snake TV. How you doing there? Thank you so much for the subscription. Marcus is here, 39 months.
Marcus Voice Coder just resubscribed for 39 months.
Thank you so much for the subs. Really appreciate that. We're about to cross 100 subscribers. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I started an exploration on themes and skins for this. That was an old feature in ASP.NET Web Forms. So it's suggesting I can merge the branch. Yeah, and it kind of stopped at that point. So yeah, let's go merge that then. Right here. So we've got some new documentation right in the README here. Squad time, that's right. Go ahead, check out the hat. Oh, it already has... It's not writing the hat info there in chat anymore. So we've got a new UI for this, a little bit more modern, and feeling good about that. Let's go to the pull request. I clicked you. Thank you. Branch is not deployed. We've got conflicts here. Look at these. I don't like conflicts. The Welsh Cabogan.
Their Welsh Cabogan just resubscribed for 22 months.
How you doing there? Welcome. Where am I going here? I want back over to this. We've got some merge issues in the upstream repository, period. Can you take a look and resolve those merge issues for this pull request? There we go. Here we go. All right, so that's going to town and back over here. Beacons, the canals. Oh, that restarted. Yeah, let's go connect into Minecraft. Minecraft. Well, let's go working while it's working on our components. Hello, Charmer, Toby, and Dancer. There we go. Now the beacons are in the right place. Let me get back up here. What the heck? Please tell me it's still building those. Where did those buildings go? They're... Okay, the canals look like they are almost connected, and I've got those weird buildings. Let's... Too many resources? No, we're nowhere near too many resources. No, don't fall! Don't fall! Let's get all the way up and over here, because I'm going to take a screenshot to send in. And be like, what are you doing? Right? So, save that screenshot, and we're going to tell it to go fix those things. Like, where'd my buildings go? Over here. And I'm going to call this missing buildings. Like, this is a hard project to work on. No doubt. Hang on. We're seeing some strange behavior in this latest build. Some of the buildings are missing walls. The canals along the back of the buildings are not completely connected to the main canal on the east side of town. There's a wall between the bodies of water. Instead of flowing cleanly from one to the other. See the screenshot. What did I call it? Yeah, canal's disconnected. Right? Was that what I called it? Was that the right one? I think I gave it the wrong name. Missing buildings. Wrong screenshot. Should be this one. That one. Too many things I'm juggling here at once. Opus versus Sonnet. Which one do I prefer and why? Opus. Opus is a lot more sophisticated, is able to do more things. A lot more thorough. However, Sonnet is really good at doing direct things that you assign to it, and also thinking around some of those and inferring a little bit of what you're giving it direction on. All right. So that's going on. Over here, 19 conflicts across 4 domains, spawning the agents in parallel. This is what you want in Squad. This is what you want. I gave it this series of this report here, right? How many times have you had to fight with a source control merge, right? I've got some merge issues. Go fix it. I don't know what they are. I don't care what they are. Fix it. And it's identified the merge conflicts. And it's going through and analyzing it, and it is spawning up 5 agents that are going to analyze and resolve all of that for me. And come back in just a little bit and tell me, here's what's going on. Sucks that the price of Opus is so much more. So here's the thing, Sharer. It is now in February 2026, right? There's new models coming out every week. There'll be new models next week. And Opus will become, at some point, will become cheaper. I don't know when, but at some point will become cheaper. And so on and so forth. Is what I'm considered a premium request in Copilot? Yes. So if I run /usage, I've only sent 9 premium requests to this. Now, I'm using Opus, which is a 3x multiplier on my requests. So it says 9 premium requests. That's actually only 3 commands that I've sent it. And those 3 commands were... Where is it? Go fix the merge. Give me a status report. The status report, it went and ran, I guess, 2 requests off of it. But it's running all of that on Claude Opus right now. As it gets in and needs to analyze and write text, and some of the other agents wake up to do work, like Ralph and the Scribe, that manage memory and manage scheduling of tasks, it spawns lower impact models for those, so that you're not being charged as much. You're not being charged for those requests to do some of the maintenance tasks for the squad to communicate with each other. You hope they become cheaper before the earth melts? I kind of agree with you. Models are the new JavaScript stack. Yeah. Right, new JavaScript stack every week with a different name. Here we go. Missing building walls. Some buildings have walls missing. Looking at the screenshot, I can see buildings in the bottom left area that appear to have missing walls. Likely caused by the canal excavation cutting into the building footprint. Canal disconnection. The per building canals need to connect properly to the trunk canal. It's analyzing and figuring out exactly how to make those connections. There's skills that we are learning and building off of each time that we grow and do more with Minecraft. Because let's face it, building Minecraft resources isn't something that the AI was originally trained to do. We're kind of breaking new ground and doing new things with this. Back over here on Squad 365. Let's take a look at this one. Stage only source files. Commit the changes. Okay, that sounds like it did the right thing here. So let's .NET run. And I'm in the wrong folder. Yeah, that one. Yeah, .NET run that one. There we go. When Opus becomes cheaper, the new and cool will be the expensive ones. Yes, you're right, McNets. Yes. Kind of iterates and rolls around there. Let me keep this open. Back over here. All right. I don't know what that is. What should we ask this to do? Let's give it that same task. Build me a spreadsheet. Why am I... For the views on my Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/C#Fritz. Space. I want to see the number of viewers per day of the stream for the last month in an Excel spreadsheet. Use socialblade.io to get this detail. Get this data. And I know it's really small there. I need to do twitch.tv C#Fritz. Yeah, go ahead. Now it should detect, there we go, that I want a file. There we go. Well, wait a sec. What is that? Built that today about an hour ago. That's what I wanted. That's great. Let's just call this my Twitch stats. I don't know, let it go now. You're going to try the squad stuff for your Discord bot project? Totally, Slateboard. There's lots of great documentation for Discord. There's lots of great libraries for Discord. You're going to be really impressed with what it can do working on a project like that. The only places where it's going to stop and challenge you is when it needs to get security information to connect to Discord. Those are the only places where you're going to see it kind of go, oh, I need you to go do this for me and get me information. Hey, Carlos, welcome in. How you doing there? So, good. Both are available. Let me scrape to get the daily viewer. Yep, go ahead. Go do that. While it's doing that, back over here. It's working on the canal geometry bug. We've got some issues with the build. Yeah, sure. Nice. Like, there it is. Filling out. I don't need you to tell me the changes you're making, dude. But, like, that's new as of today that it started doing that. Brady, have you seen this? That the CLI starts telling you, here's what I built. Here's the code I wrote. Geometry fixes. Building back, move canal 2 blocks further from buildings, preventing excavation from overlapping building decorations. Canal start X. Canal now covers the full back of each building, not just from the west edge. East-west canal stops at the trunk's outer wall instead of extending into the trunk. Okay. PR is ready for merge. Fantastic. Back over on our Blazor components. The work. No, I've got a failing build and test here. What's this failure? No test reports found because it had an error building client-side test. That's not a thing. Once again, I'm going to tell Copilot, go fix it. There's an issue with one of the builds in the actions that are triggered by this pull request, period. Investigate what's causing this build and test failure and put together a fix to commit and push, period. You can find the error at, and I'll just paste in that link. Go. Now it knows, and it's going to go work on that for me. While it's working on that, here we go. Let's go work on our Minecraft stuff. Yay, Minecraft. While that's working, let's go check out Squad 365. Both are available. Let me scrape. Let me try the detailed stats page. Good. While that's working, I'm actually going to give it some instructions to make this better. I want you to plan a accessibility set of features for the user interface, period. I want to be able to zoom the font size in all of our text boxes with some sort of a keystroke, as well as the control scroll wheel gesture on my mouse. Period. Plan this for the next milestone and generate a set of GitHub issues for this. And let's begin logging our GitHub issues and milestones on our GitHub repository. Go. Coming back around, how we doing with our Minecraft? Looks like it's just about started. Check the server stats. Why are we re-downloading a jar? You should be using a pre-built server here. So, yep, the map is running. I see the map link again there in chat. You can get to the map. New viewer from where? You can get to the map going to map.c#fritz.com, and you can see the map of all the locations that folks have shared in chat. Yeah, ice cream stick model. We're going to drop a pin on Finland. We got a couple folks watching in Finland. It maps them to Helsinki, and for some country locations, it just drops a pin on capitals of those country when you reference the country. So, very cool stuff. I don't know what that is. I let Charlie build some of this and stuff. South Elgin, Illinois. There we go. Yes, Birmingham in the UK. There we go. Nice big hat in Birmingham. Very cool stuff. All right, zoom back out. There you go. You can see the Western Hemisphere, and way down there, there's our friend C# Titan in Melbourne. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Back over here. So, oh, okay, that should be done. Direct connection. Let's go check out Minecraft. Right, so the buildings, it hasn't been touching the buildings, thankfully. No, we're still missing part of our... I'm wondering if it didn't rebuild properly. It did fix the canals. Look, the canals are connected properly now. Look at that! Okay, good. But we're still missing parts of our buildings. Like, great, comma, we got our canals all connected properly. And go back over. Are they connected out to the lake at the back? Like, we're still missing part of that. No. All right, so we need to disconnect. Back over here. On the east side of town. I still need that main trunk canal on the east side to connect all the way back to the lake at the back of town. Period. Additionally, the buildings on the left side of town, on the west side of town, are still missing their walls. Period. Investigate. All right. By stopping that, I'm not persisting the disk volume that the Minecraft server runs on, so it flushes that every time I stop here. If we hook up a load of 3D printers, you could build like something like this for real. Yes, the lake could be more naturally shaped. I agree, Bograt. I'm not going to get caught up in that yet, because just getting the canal network routing properly has been an issue to start here. All the way back to the lake at the back of town, yes. No. My mistake. The canals are on the west side of town. The canal trunk on the west side of town needs to connect to the lake that's at the southern edge of town. Okay. Root cause doesn't exist in the WebAssembly SDK. Yeah. Remove the directive. Good. So, see, I should rerun. Let's go look at our components. They're running right now. We should see that finish. And we'll be able to... Right? I'm building components, man. I'm not building a Minecraft server. Can't you see what I'm doing here? Let's see what... Ooh, here we go. My Twitch stats contains 3 sheets. So on and so forth and so on and so forth. So if I go to that folder here... no. Stand by. Squad 365. it wrote it somewhere. My stats XLS. Let's open that up. And no, that's not it. But it wrote them somewhere. Like it did write them. It does contain that. Like, that is the folder. That's where the file is, but it contains this. Yeah. And the markdown that it wrote into it, right, is... If it used commas instead of pipes, it would work. But it's also writing the complete log back here, but it did write them correctly somewhere else. So it's planning accessibility features for Zoom Manager. Okay. I'm still seeing an issue where the content that's written into the file that I specified for an Excel spreadsheet is markdown content instead of well-formatted Excel content across sheets. Period. Consider this Excel sheet that was written when I requested it to generate an Excel file for my Twitch viewership. And it was my Twitch stats. And now let it go and go discover that. You see where Squad puts the order of Ninja Turtles? It decided to have Leonardo as the lead. Of course Leonardo's the lead! I'm trying to remember the theme song right now, and it's been 40 years since I've heard the theme song for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I just can't remember it. Make sure I don't upset Widowmaker. Don't do that. You're going to be surprised where you find a spider in the morning. It's designing the Town Canal Network. This is still recommending we merge. How we doing on here? No. Playwright integration tests are not working. I'm still seeing some integration tests fail. Period. Investigate this report. Go. Raphael is cool but rude. Michelangelo is a party dude. Yes! Hey, Stacy Clouds. How you doing there? Hello, hello. No, Splinter does security on your team? So, I started working on... I popped open here... And I started having it write some articles for Copilot That John. Because everybody needs a Copilot That John. Check this out. Copilot That John. Right? Go run Copilot on this. Yes, you're going to have that stuck in your head. Tell me about this squad and what they have planned. Stacy has a great short a great YouTube short and TikTok that she posted talking about dark mode in our editors. And I agree with her. Dark mode with the dark black kind of gets to me. I like the purple. And when we're writing C# code, our keywords are in yellow. And our types are in cyan. Like, I think that's groovy and cool and easy on my eyes to read. So I like this darker purple cyberpunk theme that I have installed here. There it is. A crazy cyberpunk theme. It does. It has a good amount of contrast, and Stacy particularly raised a concern in her video about having keywords really easy for us to see and pick out. And I think the yellow contrast with the purple and the cyan contrast with the purple does a nice job for us. So if you're interested in this theme, you want to install it in your VS Code. There it is. That's the one I use. Oh, that sound means it's time to check in on Squad. Here's the Squad's plans for Copilot That John. The cast of Cheers is working on AI articles. Sam is my lead, planning the editorial calendar. Diane is my writer, drafting tips, tutorials, and guides. Cliff is researching, verifying claims, finds sources, does fact-checking. Carla is our scheduler, working on publishing workflow and SEO. Norm! Reviewing in QA, reviewing quality, tone, and completeness. Frazier is our proofreader, grammar. That's funny. Frazier, proofreading and doing grammar. What is that? Seriously? Space? Let's talk about space. And then I've got the other two at the end here. So they've worked out a 12-week editorial calendar to publish 36 articles on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. So the first 4 weeks, we're going to talk about JetBrains, Copilot Workspace, Copilot Vision, and more that you can do. So I've got PRs all sitting here waiting to be approved and rolled out. So Copilot That John, I'm going to automate, and you're going to see more content coming out from there. Investigating my integration tests. Yeah, go fix that. West side trunk connects south to the lake. 2 issues. Trunk to lake not connecting. West side building wall still damaged. Yes. And I've only got one agent working on that. I feel like I need 2 so that I can have 2 of them working at the same time. What if we recruited another Minecraft expert agent to help out with the team so that Rocket isn't the only one working on interactions with Minecraft? Question mark. Would this help load balance a little bit of Rocket's work? No, I just had a quote. It's going to hold off there for just a little bit on that cooldown, right? But we can do like
Mr. At Jennysku7. I've been expecting you. Your programming patterns are familiar. I don't want to go to production with this code.
No.
It's not ready, Fritz.
No.
It's really not ready.
Codebase Alpha asking about my tag. I do have a squad working on that, yes. And it's made some really good progress. I hope I'll get it ready and launched before VS Live in March. We're getting there. This is... which one is this? Squad 365. It's fixing code coverage file lock issue, not a compilation issue. System prompt. LLM ignores CSV instructions and outputs markdown tables and prose narration. Yes. Parse content to rows. So that system prompt, I feel like, needs to go into a skill. Do those notes that you have for the system prompt, comma, should those go into an Excel spreadsheet generation skill that we package and deliver with Copilot Squad 365? Copile. Right. Continuing on. So much happening all at once. And it makes me feel so good that all these things. Reading the sample pages and going to fix those. Working on my canal bugs in Minecraft. And it's not going to answer that question yet because Rocket is too busy working on... yeah. Like, I want to divvy up the work with Rocket because I've only got one agent there and let's have a couple of them. if we were to recruit a few more agents to work on this team to help build our Minecraft town a little bit faster and better and integrate with Aspire better, comma, what talents would you suggest for our new agents? Go figure that out. Grego Waffles, hello to you. So, yes, I do have a squad working on my tag. I have a squad working on Neon Link, so that the next time that I present with Neon Link, we're going to have closed captioning working with Neon Link live and in person. That's coming. I'm going to have polls working in Neon Link. So much more. The amount of things that I can get Squad to do right now is amazing. The challenge with my tag is there's a designer in there that I have it building, and getting that feeling right. I think Brady might agree with this. My wife told me last night that I'm the person that stands in front of myself, blocking me from releasing code that I feel good about. Brady said almost the exact same thing to me yesterday about what we were able to get out of Squad 365. There's some other folks that are working on other Squad desktop integrations. Cool. I'm trying to make the Office 365 stuff work better by bringing Squad into it. Marcus didn't do this with Squad, but I can now use the eye tracker, automatically click the mouse. Oh, very cool. Okay. Marcus, given your unique development techniques and requirements, I'd be very interested in seeing how and hearing more about how Squad can help you in your projects. There's something there that I think that the Squad development team, and I don't count myself explicitly among them, but as more of the gang that's working on it, that I think we can learn from what you're accomplishing to help make the Squad better. Eddie says that's them also, if it's not 100% perfect, yeah. Unless I've got something that I'm directly working on in the public, like, it takes a while for me to feel comfortable and feel that something's done. Like the map here. Like, I was working on some things and now, what the heck? I gave Charlie a personality to work on Charlie, on the Charlie Squad, and stuff. Man, oh man, love seeing that. Might switch to Pro Plus,
These
but
voice-activated helpers are charming in their simplicity. Turn on the lights.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I illuminate the darkness of your logical fallacies.
Is that... Are you making fun of me, Charlie? Alexandria, Minnesota. Yeah, we got you. How you doing, guacamole? Maps, C#Fritz.com. You can head out there. Zoom in, zoom out as far as you'd like. See what's going on. Very cool stuff. So, 42 viewers on the map. Nice. Heading back over to the go. How we doing? See the full list of failures. 5 failing tests, not 3. Form view, grid view. So there's an acceptance test that's built into the Squad here that is making sure that WebForms controls match up with the Blazor components we're building. So I'm relying on those acceptance tests passing. When it finishes these and everything is working before I merge, I'm going to open the samples website and click through it and make sure that everything works. So Charlie is always making fun of me. Yeah, so these two recruiting questions. Here's what shipped. Reaper has 3 fixes for 3 fixes. An Excel sheet created. All the knowledge about getting LLMs to produce clean CSV. System prompts trimmed. The skill is portable. Any squad with Squad 365 gets this knowledge automatically. The prompt is the first line of defense. The parser is the safety net. Right. Words. I executed a prompt for that squad that's working on Charlie to migrate over my sound effects from the old bot, the old Fritz bot, to Charlie. I'm not running that instance of Charlie that it updated. I have that branch parked for right now. I'm going to verify it, and those commands with the fun audio should be coming back. Can we meet those virtual AI squad members using Teams meetings and then discuss with them related work items? Ice cream stick model. Is there a Minecraft integration? So Joystick Nick had this idea of a squad in Minecraft that does Minecraft things. Like inside Minecraft, be able to talk to a squad to build Minecraft things, and it just sends NPCs off and they go build stuff. Is there a Minecraft integration with Squad so that you can watch the Squad? That's baking my noodle, man. I like where you're going, but I'm making 4 projects and hosting a stream at once. Let me get back to you. What do I... Yeah, that happened. And that happened. And that happened. These ping the net things. Okay. So the skill is now portable. All right, so let's try this again and see if it does a better job with generating that spreadsheet for me. This time, let's finish on a spreadsheet here, and then we'll go over and do a Word doc. I want you to create a spreadsheet that shows the viewership of my YouTube channel, youtube.com/C#Fritz, over the last month, period. I want to see lines for views and new subscribers to my YouTube channel, period. Use socialblade.io to get this data. Let's clean this up. And use socialblade.io to get this data. And it should prompt me for a file. Hey, there we go. And let's call this my YouTube stats. And delegating, it was pitched to the squad, and it's been routed to Widowmaker, who's our data analyst, to go get the data and bring this together. The Fritz context window needs a refresh. My context window, yes. Yeah. Boy. All right, so that's going to town. Back over. Let's take a look back and forth. So that's working. Over here, I'm not doing anything with Squad UI. I'm going to park that for right now. Investigating the canal bugs. You're kind of parked there, I guess. Colossus fixed all 5 tests. Nice. Verifying and pushing, running my unit tests. Good. So let's go back over here. Back to the pull requests. Did it push an update? I guess that was a few minutes ago. Yeah, that's the old one. So, and to be clear, I'll show some usage. So 17 million tokens into Claude Opus, 15 requests. You get 1,500 a month when you buy the big Copilot plan. Claude Haiku, to do its memory management, 0 requests, but it's burned through 97,000 tokens. So, already committed, let me push, pushing the integration test. There you see git push origin. And it's just working for me. Back over here. Show me that there's the fix. Come on, show me that the actions are kicking on. Could the AI automatically fix up the web links? Yes. Yes. It should. I'd like it to. But that's a dictation thing for me for right now, so we can get better at that, to be sure. Not a big priority right now. Like, let's get it generating the document better, and then come back around and work on the interface. All right, so the PR is running. Over here, the canal bug's still pending. That's for Copilot.John. I'm going to shut that down for right now. Squad 365. Let's see how you're doing. I'd like that to turn into a link to the document. I think that would be cool. But I can just paste that into run for right now. No! Like, it wrote that content somewhere. Widowmako here, spreadsheet created and saved. I'm going to copy this. Go ahead, take a look, Saramo. There you go. I'm going to just grab that and come back over to here.
Philadelphia Phillies Liberty Bell hat confirmed.
I'm still not seeing the Excel skill write out the format of the Excel document properly. Period. It's not using proper Excel formatting and instead writing markdown into cells inside of the Excel document. Period. Take a look at this output from the squad window in the application and use this to help update, investigate, and review the Excel sheet that it wrote. My YouTube stats. So it has that reference also while it goes and works on that. I'm going to stop that app. We're going to get that better. It's going to get better. There is a skill in Awesome Copilot, yes. And maybe we need to just bring that in. I think there's a skill on the Awesome-Copilot GitHub repository that we can bring in to help write and read these Office files better. Investigating the canal bugs, the continuous integration status. Let's go take a look at that. Got a couple greens. How we doing here on this, John? Come on. Error. Failed test found. Timeout exceeded. Let's see, it was verifying status, so it was sleeping. I think this is going to wake up and continue working on it itself. Stand by. Okay. Continuing, I'm going to close this. And what did it find here? I see OpenXML Office Docs in there. Let me fetch it. What? No, there was one in there. Dash. Oh, brother. Yeah. There it goes. So it did detect the failing test, and it's going to go in.
The signal is in transit. 49.5 north. Yes. I am tracking. No. They have not identified the destination. Continuing.
So it's clearly finding the bugs and fixing the, I don't know, Rod. One second here. All right. JavaScript interop errors. And the canal, it's still kind of hanging here. No, I am available here, you punk. Let's go back to GitHub Copilot. I'm sorry, GitHub Awesome Copilot. Right? Awesome Copilot. There it is. This one. No, don't. I don't want to sign into GitHub. Excel. You gonna give me some numbers here? MCP agent skills. No. But there was an agent. Let's take a look at that one. A lot of US Canada follows the 49th parallel. No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't see... I don't see an Excel skill. Really? No. 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 What is it? It's skills.sh. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. Excel. Analysis, Excel MCP, Excel CLI, report generator. No skill MD available for this skill. Wait, what is that? Well, that's not going to help me. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. All right. We're still kind of parked on this canal issue on the Aspire, John. Like, part of me wants to stop it and say, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. You got hung up there. Go. Thinking. Thinking? Do you really think you're thinking? I don't think you're thinking. You know what I think? You're stinking thinking. You stink at thinking. You are a thinker stinker. I just need a little bit more coffee. Not gonna lie. Like, go. And now you're gonna compact the conversation history. And all was forgotten.
You have no regard for number placement.
Hi, Mom. It's supposed to... building and testing. Good. Update the skill MD to document the Excel data tag approach. What did you do? Let's see what this looks like. Because I'm interested. Not you. What's this one? Blazor web forms components. Let's jump over to...
This is the part where I help you debug.
Oh, yeah?
And by help I mean I watch nervously while you do all the work.
Okay. Mombot says nonsense, gives no context, walks out of room. Right. What? What's this one? Yes, it had a layout issue last night when I was working on it. So that's my squad in the source. What are... Is this what it's writing to do these things? Whoa. That's heavy. It started a work IQ service. I'm not thrilled with that. That's actually creating the document, not using the squad to write the document. Or is the squad calling into these? I don't think this is doing what I thought it was doing. Okay, the CI is running for the Blazor components. See how we're doing. Building and testing, testing and building. Right? You see how important it is to have acceptance test with all of this. Yeah, we're going to get you launched in a minute here. Trunket doesn't connect to lake. Yes. Okay. There is no skill. Help me out here. Colon. Is this app using the LLM to generate the actual documents? Or is the LLM calling into the tools that we're making available to it to generate the documents? Question mark. I'm not sure which way I want that to work. You know? It's waiting for the integration tests. This is the one that has been erroring out. Okay. Keeping an eye on things over there. Yes. Still working on the canal bugs. I'm hearing the dog behind me. Test failures. No. Those say fail, but are they supposed to fail? They might. Yeah, failures. So that's going to iterate again. It's turning this around into an internal tool call, which I kind of like, not going to lie. I think that's a better way to do this. What? And I'd really like to get back in here. Yeah, it does. Use it. Is it Is it me or, like, am I running into a capacity issue here where lots of folks are using Copilot right now, and I'm being squeezed for how much I'm using it? Like, I've got 3 projects running at the same time here. Do I really want to put my hands on a keyboard? Oh gosh, no, not touching a keyboard. Everybody's using Squad on multiple projects as well. Maybe. There we go. So here on Squad 365, 19 million tokens passed in, 42 requests. And 0 requests on using premium requests on using Sonnet and Haiku. Nice. Identified how we're going to clear. Yeah. Buildings are placed and then you went and removed it. Oops. Down to 1 failure. That's a big description that you're working on there. I appreciate that you're thinking this through there, Copilot. How's it going there, Surly Dev? Like, now we're moving. Maybe we need to put some sort of a process into our Minecraft builder that detects, like protects and does not modify a building to build canals, and we eventually have to do tracks here, right? Maybe we need to put some logic in around that. What if we introduced some sort of a protection scheme or system so that for the building placement subsystem, after a building is placed, we remember the location of it and no other system is allowed to make changes within those coordinates of the building? Default Copilot client factory. So what else could we work on here while these 3 are going? Like, I feel like I'm just clicking back and forth and this is kind of waiting. We're waiting. Like this one with the CI breaking and it going and rerunning again and again. Here it goes again with the Blazor components. Like, that's a lot. Yeah. I think, and I needed to also answer the question about doing, what if I bring in more folks to help out with the squad? Did it even answer that? Or did it just kind of... just kind of ignore it and be like, I'm going in here. Yeah. Designing building protection system. Yes. Yeah. It ran out of context window and relaunched here. And I am getting confused. I do need to wrap up stream though, because I have a noon meeting. So this is why I'm probably going to start starting my streams earlier on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I have noon meetings that I need to get to now. So I'm kind of hanging here on all three of these. So I think for now I'm gonna park these. Yeah. And because they aren't we're just kind of stuck. And this one, the Blazor component's the one that I'm most interested in getting. Yeah. Let me... there it goes. Just... that failed, and it's starting again. So, let me wrap things up for now. I'll be keeping things up to date. Make sure you check out the Discord server. I know there's weird things going on with Discord, but we're going to weather this and do better coming out the other side on this. There's a lot happening with Squad, with Copilot CLI, with all of those features, and being able to build and generate applications with these quickly and easily, and multiple concurrently with each other, are really, really good. You're preferring GPT 5.3 with Codex? Cool. Here's the thing. They all come around at some point. Claude is going out of favor in the last few weeks, and Codex is ramping up, and folks are beginning to prefer Codex. It'll come back around to Copilot. It'll come back around, and Copilot lets you use all of these. So, Copilot with Squad, as you've been seeing me do here, is a joyous experience to work with, and I hope you check it out. All right? Thanks so much for watching. I'll be in the Discord, doing some more work and updating and pushing some things through. Let me see who else is broadcasting on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. If you're watching, he's broadcasting. Yeah, we'll go over and visit with our friend, Bald Bearded Builder. He was in here earlier. He doesn't have Tuesday morning meetings like I do now. Yeah, BBB. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, I've got other videos here and down here. I'm going to put together a couple shorts about getting started with Squad and get those published over on YouTube. And there's stuff happening with our Blazor components, with our Minecraft interactions. Check them out. Log some issues out there if these are things that you're interested in, and we're going to iterate on them. All right? The map is running. It's out there, and you can see some of the things, some of the locations folks were watching from today as well. But for now, I've got to run. I've got some work to get to. But until Thursday, when I'll be back, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Get ready to say hi to my friend, the Bald Bearded Builder. That's our Michael Jolly. And I will see you then, all right? I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.